Hello, my dear friends. How are you? How is your mood? Are you ready? Okay, let's start our lesson. Lesson number 3. The theme of our lesson is relative pronouns. The aims of this lesson: use a variety of pronouns, including relative pronouns, and practice using relative pronouns. A relative clause is a part of sentence with a relative pronoun. We use for people, who, that; for things, which or that; for places, where; for owners, whose; for reasons, why; for times, when. A relative pronoun is used to connect a clause or phrase to a noun or pronoun. You see them used every day with most common relative pronouns: who, whom, which, whoever, whomever, whichever, and that. For example, Pete is the one who gave me scarf. It's made up of fabric that is very soft.
Grammarians, we're going to talk about relative pronouns today. And what relative pronouns do is they link clauses together, specifically independent and dependent clauses. And if you don't know what independent and dependent clauses are, that's okay. Just suffice it to say that these pronouns allow you to staple phrases together. For example, in the sentence, "The man who sold the world is coming by on Tuesday," the pronoun who is the relative pronoun there. It's linking the independent clause, "the man is coming by on Tuesday," to the dependent clause, "sold the world." The relative pronouns of English are who, whom, whose, that, and which. And we use them all for different things. So we can use who, whom, whose, and that to refer to people. And we can use whose, that, and which to refer to things. Let me show you. You could say the salad that I bought was wilted, but at the same time I can also use that in this sentence. The man that I saw smiled. See, I'm using that to refer to him. I could also use who, but the word which, however, does not play very nicely with people. In the sentence, "the witch who cast the spell is kind," we could use either the witch who cast the spell or the witch that cast the spell, because both that and who work with people, but which, strangely, does not. So we couldn't say, for example, "the witch which owns a cat is cruel." That's just not how the language shook out. Which is not a relative pronoun that applies to people. These are the relative pronouns of English. This is broadly how they work, and I'm going to get into more specifics in following videos. You can learn anything. David out.
Okay, now let's practice. Look at this. Henry is the cook whose restaurant isn't expensive. Jack is the man who is shaking her hand. D&B is the shop that women love. Paul is a happy man who's having a shower and singing. The hotel room, which I usually have, is great. The block of flats where he lived was in Dostik. Tom waited for a letter that never arrived. Now, my dear friends, let's practice exercise number 1, fill in the jobs with red clauses. For example, this is a bank which was robbed yesterday. Or a boy whose sister is in my class was in the bank at that time, and etc. Please do. Okay, we're having a good job. You are my clever students. And now let's conclude our English lesson. What you have learned today's lesson? Yes, today we have learned about relative pronouns. And we can write and or talk about places, people, reasons, and things using relative pronouns. Please answer my question. What are 7 relative pronouns? Very nice. Okay, now your home task, exercise number 2 at page 11 in your student book. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye. See you soon.